bring on Jimmy. He looks good.
Jimmy.
Is this the way, or you want me this way? Or you want me sideways?
No, the other way. Like, yeah,
here
there
we
you
go. Look at this. Coming in hot. I am actually. Look at this. I'm in a I don't know, like a voice booth at CTV Ottawa here.
This is professional.
Yeah, sorry. Now you can't see my head. This is embarrassing. Okay, this way. I got it.
Hey, James, how are you?
I feel, with this technology stuff, when I'm doing all these things, and everybody's on something different, it's like Zoom or meetings, and I feel honestly like my dad, like a 90-year-old person trying to do these things properly. I don't look at the right thing. I never know where to look on my phone. It's so embarrassing.
It's like I saw him. We hung out last night as James. We'll get to that in a sec. James emceed an event. I'm like, "Do you have headphones?" No. I'm like, "Okay. Can you turn your phone sideways? Let me know. Tell me. Send me a text and let me know what you need."
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wally, I was wondering why we got James on the show. So you met up with James last night. So how long did it take you, James, before Wally got over the small talk to ask you to come on the show?
That actually was his first line. Right before hello.
Shameless.
It's actually me that was begging. You know how when you're doing the book promotions, it's you just have to be completely shameless.
Oh yeah. You have another. This is your second one.
What?
Right?
What do you think? I just came on to see you, Yorkie?
I thought so. The old Ottawa connection. Ottawa guys stick together.
Yeah. No, honestly, with the book thing, and thanks for holding it up there, Wally. I was just saying this. I'm happy to obviously do the book promotion stuff and do the little book tour and everything. But I think I said this to Wally last night. I feel like I'm just bugging people. You know what I mean? Like you have to, the publisher obviously wants you to post on social media and stuff all the time. Somebody just trying to get in the suite. I hope I'm not stopping somebody from doing their radio program right now.
Somebody's at the door.
Yeah.
There's breaking news.
Hold on. Do you need to do something? Do you need to do something in here? Okay. How long do you got?
I wasn't sure.
I'm just doing Brent Wallace's podcast. You want to come on?
Oh, it's okay.
Here, come on and say hi. Oh, okay. Sorry. Do you have to do radio like right now? Hi.
Hi.
Say this. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Did I get it?
It's like those death classes.
Yeah. Sorry.
Hey, Melissa.
Nice.
Nice to see
I got a couple minutes?
You have a couple minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'll come back in 10.
Right, here I am. I'm back again. Freeing myself. Sorry. What I was trying to say was, you got to put out tweet after tweet that I'm going to be on this show and on that show. And hey, I'm going to be doing this book signing here. And frankly, I would have muted myself like about a month ago. So it's a weird feeling because you want to sell your book and I think it's a great book and people are going to love it. But I do feel like I'm just constantly being a pain in the ass to people.
I will say, James, as soon as I saw that you had the book coming out, I reached out and said, we want you on the show to talk about it. So
yeah.
Speaking of which, Certified Beauties, the other one, you can't see it as much. It's over my shoulder as the first one. I read a couple of chapters last night when we got home with my free copy. That's doubly signed.
That's right.
Is it so? One thing before we get into the actual stories, one thing about these stories that I really like and is that they're short. So it's just short stories. Like it's not drawn out, whatever. So you can quickly get through stuff. And I actually, in my short time frame, I love just the quick stories in these. So the book is excellent. You start right away with Brady Tkachuk and Claude Giroux's story. I don't know how. I don't want to ruin the book.
Right.
So we can leave out the last part, which is the little cliffhanger at the end. Do you want to share? And how do you find these stories?
First of all, when you say the shortness, that is on purpose. Like I write the way that I would like to read. I do not have a long attention span. I don't read a ton of long books. My wife always says I'm the only guy who's written more books than he's read. But I'm not ashamed in saying that this is bathroom reading, right? That I want something that can entertain me for 5 minutes and then I can put it aside. And, there's 50 different chapters. You could pick it up 3 weeks later and use the book as a coaster in between. It doesn't matter. But so that's the way. And I want to have stories that are surprise me every page. So I want a stupid story, a funny story, and then maybe it's a serious story on the next page. And you kind of never know what you're going to get. Forrest Gump, is a box of chocolates kind of thing. So as far as gathering the stories, Wally, I just, I either I might have heard about a story maybe through the
Okay, let me
grapevine
put it to you
talking
this
to a
way,
player.
James.
Yeah,
So in the second chapter, it's a beer league story, involves Leon
yeah,
Draisaitl and Connor McDavid.
yeah.
How do you find out about this story and how do you track down the beer league guy?
Well, the beer league guy in this story is my daughter's boyfriend. So, so
That's outstanding.
I'll tell that story really quickly because I don't
Yeah.
mind telling it. That my daughter's boyfriend's a good hockey player. He plays for Nipissing University, and he plays in a beer league up where I live in Aurora, Newmarket, which is a really quality beer league. Like there's some college players and some prospects in this league. And McDavid has a bunch of his buddies have a team, and once in a while, every couple of years, he'll show up to a game. And so they made the quarterfinals, Luke's team, this year. And it was my daughter who texted me and said, "Luke's playing against McDavid tonight." And when they came home later, he told me the story, and I said, I think I might put this in the book.
Yeah.
So they're out having beers in the parking lot, as you would do before beer league, getting ready to play their quarterfinal, and they know they're playing McDavid's buddy's team.
Yeah.
But they don't figure McDavid had just got this is a Tuesday night. McDavid got married on Saturday. This is last summer. And so they don't think he's going to show up. So they're sitting there having their beer. All of a sudden, an SUV pulls into the parking lot and McDavid gets out. And they're like,
Oh.
oh, holy crap. And then the passenger door opens and Draisaitl gets out.
Oh.
And now they're like, oh my God. Right. And I also tell the story of the goalie on this team who I think is at Harvard this year, just a kid, and he wasn't. It was one of those nights where he wasn't even supposed to play. They had two goalies. It's a beer league, and he was on the ice for 3 hours at another rink, and had just gotten off, and the goalie didn't show up as typical beer league fashion. And so
Yes.
they called Ben, and they're like, "Hey Ben, you got to come over. We don't have a goalie." "Oh yeah, and we're playing McDavid and Draisaitl."
So good.
And so it tells the story of, for a guy like Luke, who's probably not going to play pro, maybe he will, maybe he won't at some level, but that's probably going to be the highlight of his hockey life. My daughter has a photo credit in the book because the picture in the book from that story is Luke taking a face off against Draisaitl with McDavid on the wing, and they're wearing their Oilers gear, right, except for the
Yeah.
jersey.
Yeah.
And so this is the coolest experience of the kid's life. So and thanks for bringing that one up because like I said, that's the kind of mix I want in the book. Is
Yeah.
It's not just NHL stories. It can be, the hockey stories come from anywhere. And quickly to answer your question about where you get them, I'll interview a guy. I interviewed Kevin Bx a couple of years ago. He told me an amazing story about being terribly hungover when he got the biggest break of his career. So I finished interviewing Kevin, and he's like, "You know who you got to talk to? You got to talk to Darcy Hordichuk, and you got to talk to Zenon Konopka." And then Zenon Konopka tells me you got to talk to, and
Yeah.
it's kind of this game. I'm sure if I talked to you, York, you'd be the same thing. You would say you got to talk to this
Yeah.
guy or that guy, and that's how you end up getting this sort of chain of people that end up in your book.
Yeah.
You need the
Okay,
Russian gas in the book.
James,
That's what you need.
you've got me like on the hook here. What happened to the goalie from Harvard? Did he have a good game?
Well, like I said, I don't like to give it all away, but I don't mind in this case. We're all friends
Yeah.
here,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Nobody
the
watches.
and there's a lot more details in the story. So I'm not saying don't buy the book because I'm going to give away the story, but
Yeah. Yeah.
the crazy thing is, besides McDavid and Draisaitl, like McDavid's buddies were good hockey players, but not great.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Luke's team is they had a few like Denver Barkey was on his team, prospect.
Mhm.
A kid who plays Lombardi, who's a prospect with Detroit. So they had some good players. And so when McDavid and Draisaitl were on the ice, they were scoring. Poor Ben, the goalie, tells the story of the first shift. Draisaitl takes a slap shot that goes off the crossbar and hits the roof of the rink. And Ben said it's like by far the hardest shot he'd ever faced in his life. And 10
Yeah.
seconds later, McDavid comes down on the breakaway and goes, shelf. And
Yeah.
he's like, oh my God, I'm going to give up 50 goals and be embarrassed. But what ends up happening in the game, I think McDavid and Draisaitl score 5 goals each.
Yeah.
But when they're off,
Yeah.
the other guys aren't that good. And so
Yeah. Yeah.
Luke and Ben's team keeps pace. It ends up going to 12-12, 3-on-3 overtime.
Oh my God.
And McDavid and Draisaitl come in on a 2-on-1. The puck bobbles, bad ice. Uh, the Lombardi kid takes it the other way and scores, and Luke's team
Oh,
wins 13-12 in overtime. And the funny thing about beer league is, there's an unwritten rule of beer league,
yeah,
especially in a quality beer league like this. You don't really supposed to celebrate, right? Like you just
yeah,
skate off and tap the
yeah.
goalie. But Luke said it was full
Oh,
off
yeah.
the bench as if they'd won the Stanley Cup, right? So
I'd be
there you
riding
go.
my stick down the middle of the ice.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's great.
Anyway.
That's a great story.
Okay, quickly, do you want to say anything about the Brady Kachuk
Yeah,
story?
yeah, I don't mind. I gave a lot of it away, not to do more shameless self promotion, but I had one of my great producers at TSN do a trailer. I thought it would be cool to do a trailer for the book, like a movie trailer, because I had all this great sound recorded, and so part of this, if you look on my Instagram or my Twitter, I sent it out yesterday, and it sort of gives away what I'm talking about. But Brady walks into the room one day for a practice, and this is a few years ago, and they're playing St. Louis on the weekend in I think an afternoon game the next day, and all his sticks are taped together with like 10 rolls of tape. Your typical dressing room prank.
Clear tape.
And he says basically in his head, "Effing Giroux, it has to be Giroux," because I don't know the inner workings of this room, but I guess they go back and forth at each other a lot. So he says, "I got to get even." So he goes into the room, I guess grabs a saw. I don't know, Yorkie, what's exactly in the rooms there that they cut their sticks with. And
This little
again, I
hack,
did not,
little hacksaw, a little
yeah,
hacksaw.
I did not know this, but you may. There's a point on the shaft of a stick where if you hacksaw into it a couple of millimeters or centimeter, that it will essentially ruin the stick. And as soon as it touches a puck or whatever, it'll snap.
Yeah,
So Brady cuts, I think three or four of Giroux's sticks because they're about to go for practice. Giroux's a bit of a hothead. He figures he'll snap three sticks in a row and Giroux will lose his mind and everybody will laugh. Right? Great little
yeah,
prank.
yeah.
Brady gets sidetracked. I don't know, gets called in with the coach, gets busy, kind of forgets. And Giroux apparently grabs another stick that he uses for all of practice, so nothing happens. And Brady, being a busy captain of an NHL team, completely forgets. So the next day they're playing the Blues, and two of Giroux's sticks snap, on a power play within 30 seconds. And there's video of this online, like it's on the broadcast. Jamie McLennan and Cord Miller is like, "Whoa, but Giroux's got some bad sticks there." And I think when the second stick snaps, well, Brady hadn't clued in, but I guess Giroux comes to the bench and starts yelling at Braden Shen, who's on the Blues, thinking for some reason maybe Shen messed with his sticks because they're buddies.
Mhm.
And when he says, "You did something to my sticks," all of a sudden the light bulb goes off in Brady's head. And he's like, "Oh my God, he's using these sticks in a game that I cut." I won't tell you the rest.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because there's several more elements, but that's essentially the story. And when Brady told me that story, I remember thinking, this is exactly why I wrote this book, just so that you could share stories like this that he would never otherwise tell. And I give him so much credit for trusting me with the story. I mean, it could have been. Look, I'm sure he would have never told me the story if they lost. They end up winning the game. I'll tell you that much, like 7-1 or whatever. And Brady
Yeah.
plays guilty like nobody has ever played guilty before in that game. Uh, but that would have been, imagine the scandal if they'd lost a game and missed out on a
Oh,
playoff spot because of something like that. So harmless fun. But so the book is full of stories like that where
yeah,
not just all pranks, obviously, there's some serious stuff in there as well, but things like that you guys tell over beers.
Yeah, it's
that's
really good.
great. Oh,
Um,
so good.
quickly, how much fun? I don't know if Melissa's just staring in the window
Yeah,
of the
she's
room.
probably looking in, so I probably got to go shortly here.
So, how much fun did you have last night with Brian Dawkins?
Oh, super fun. I didn't know, I followed Brian his whole career, but didn't know really much about him. And if you watch Brian Dawkins, for anyone listening who's not a fan, he was like one of the greatest safeties of all time for the Eagles. But he's like crazy. Like look up a Brian Dawkins YouTube video. The way he ran out of the tunnel was like a man possessed. Like he did this bear crawl thing, where he which he didn't even do on purpose. He was just like, if the most madman, chaotic, psyched up for a game ever, and he would just destroy people. Right? He was Ronnie Lott after Ronnie Lott, and but when you meet him, he's this mild mannered guy, and he went through a lot in his life. He was in his rookie year when he was blowing up as a player. He was suicidal and was seriously uh, considering committing suicide. So it was a really I it was fascinating to talk to him and see both sides of a guy who tormented me as a Niners fan my entire career, his
You
entire
did a
career.
hell of a job. Yeah,
Yeah, you
hell of
did
a
a
job.
Thanks,
phenomenal
Mike.
job last night.
Thank
Yeah,
you, thank
except
you.
he tried to have Jacques Climby taken out at the knees, which I thought was a little questionable.
I really wanted that to happen. Like I really wanted that moment where Dawkins just like got into his old self and lost control and just like broke 3 of Jock's ribs. That would have been one of the highlights of my career, but I failed miserably.
James, nice to see you as always. Good luck
Uh,
with the book.
Thanks, boys, and thanks so much for having me on. Sorry about all the distractions in here.
No, well, you sound better than most guests we've ever had, so I appreciate it.
Okay,
Yeah.
See you,
take it
pal.
easy,
Take
guys.
care.
James.